The True Project presents.
Hi, I'm Amelia Blackwater, and today I'm sounding off about people who are disabled and have to fight for healthcare and insurance benefits. So, there are many of us who constantly fight with our doctors and insurances to get the proper care that we need. I was born with a congenital heart defect, and my family and I have struggled throughout my life to maintain and get specialist care that I need. Fighting this is almost a full-time job. We have to call insurances because they're saying you can't see a certain specialist, fighting for referrals, fighting with doctors because they don't quite understand what kind of pain you're going through or what exactly how all your symptoms are related. We become almost doctors ourselves just to advocate for ourselves. If you ask someone in the disability community, we all have stories to tell about how we've been denied essential care or how we've been gaslighted by doctors. I've been privileged enough that I've always been able to get some kind of insurance, either from my parents until I was 26 and then through my work. However, there was about 5 years when I was with a certain insurance company that's basically continued to ignore me and make it difficult for me to get the proper care for my congenital heart defect. During this time, I was basically having issues and I was extremely fatigued and kept on complaining. And I was able to see a specialist doctor eventually. However, I only saw him 2 times during the 5 years I was with him and the insurance company. And I just remember going to him and telling him how I was feeling, and him trying to almost pass me off to other doctors, even though he was supposed to be the only specialist who understood my condition within my area and insurance company. And I remember crying in the car with my mom because I just wanted someone to understand what I was going through, and that there had to be something wrong with me, because I just didn't feel like this normally. And I was tired of everyone saying, oh, well, it's just because you're getting older and that's what happens when you have a congenital heart defect. I knew something was wrong with me. And the doctor ended up running a couple tests. However, I didn't get the tests until 6 months later. And during that time, I kept on emailing him over and over and over again, to the point where he said that it was better that I'd see another doctor who was able to help my complicated situation. Eventually, basically after those emails, I had tried to file complaints, all sorts of different things, but there was always something that was in the way, or something that, they would mess up, for me to be able to not only complain about what was going on with me, but also still be able to get the care that I needed. I was lucky enough to have another insurance company have their rates lowered in the company that I was working for, that I am working for. And so I was able to switch insurance companies, and it took some time once I got with the insurance company to get the care and a specialist, but I was able to. And once I got with them, the specialist doctor told me that my band was too tight. So basically I have a pulmonary artery band on my heart that was supposed to be used for switching my arteries, but there was no longer any use for it. And he determined that it was so tight, it was less than a millimeter, that was letting blood flow everywhere. And if I would have stayed like that longer, I could have died. which is very scary because I know that there are a lot of people who are disabled and in these kind of situations where they're begging for help, they know something's wrong, and no one's paying attention, no one's giving them the care that they need, and their life is on the line. So basically, I think it's really important to share these stories and hopefully be more loud about these injustices, because we can start fighting this system and demand change, because this isn't okay. We shouldn't be treated like this. Our lives are valid. So yeah, thank you.